You see, guys, here's the difference between real estate. You have to understand that most people will never invest in real estate because they do not understand it. So the first thing you can do is go and understand what that is. I mean, go and read about everything about real estate and life. You have to understand that those people who are curious are much more likely to be successful than the ones who are ignorant and closed-minded. So be an open-minded individual today and understand that real estate is a game of understanding your business. So your business is going to drive real estate. So the more money you can make in your business, or else the more real estate you can make. So you have to understand that if you need to get a $4 million property, you have to understand it's really that you go look for the units and how much units it has in terms of that real estate. So never go for the price of the real estate. I realize that if you have a $4 million real estate and it's got one unit, realize that you may find somewhere else where you may gain 16 units for $3 million. Although you're not doing it for $3 million, you're doing it for something greater. You're actually getting real estate so that you can go and make seminars around yourself, or so you can go and help people around with real estate. And you're not getting into real estate just for the money. You're getting the real estate so that you can go and make big events around the world. And that's the whole point of real estate. Although you have to understand that eventually you have to make money from your own business. And to drive money into your revenue and your capital and your business, you have to understand information products. You have to start being somebody in one field of life. I'm a life coach, so I teach a lot about life coaching and information products about life. So I just go that way. I'm also a music producer, so I'll teach you a lot about music production too. And music production is like my side hustle as well from life coaching. So I have both businesses. So if one fails, I realize I have the other one. I realize I succeed in both because I'm a life coach. You have to understand either way, I do music and life coaching together because I can handle it. I realize that most life coaches will never even do music production and also life coaching. So I'm the only one today who can do that. You have to understand, although, that you must also be something big in your life. So to understand that if you are making real estate in your life, you never develop it. You only ever go and invest in an already developed real estate. So make sure that you're not building real estate because it's a waste of time. You have to understand that it may take 10 years for you to even start making money on it. You get it? So never waste your money on real estate that has only land. I mean, if you're keeping land, you're not making money on the land. You get what I mean? I mean, you may have your money in the land, although it's going to be there, and that's that. I realize that land is like gold. And when you invest in land, I realize it just stays. And your money is just there, and it's like a piece of land there. And that's that. I realize although you don't invest in land, you don't invest in gold, you don't invest in silver, you invest in information products. And then you get all this information together, and then you start teaching it and teaching it and teaching it. And eventually you're going to grow popularity. And then you're going to be able to get a lot of gigs for public speaking, and people are going to call you around, and then they're going to give you some money. Although you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it for free. You go there and you teach people from a kind heart, you give them all the information, and then they may drop a check into your account. And then you start building that account up with more business. You get it? You get the money, you invest it somewhere, into yourself is the best asset. And you have to understand, you are either your biggest asset or your biggest liability. You're either your biggest winner or your biggest loser. I need you to be a winner. I need you to be an asset column. I need you to understand your assets. I need you to understand what's taking away your money and what's also bringing it in. I promise you that anything that's bringing in more money is bringing in more time freedom. Anything that's putting money into your pocket is an asset. So understand that real estate, you can never get to real estate if you have no business. You have to understand real estate first. You have to read real estate. You have to understand the real estate information. You then have to go and do it. You have to do it on your own. And you don't need other people to do it for you. You don't need Grant Cardone to hold your hand. You don't need other people to hold your hand to do real estate. You can go and learn the information and go and do it yourself. And you'll learn along the way how to do it, because those people who have a journal can do anything. You understand? So write it all down and plan your life daily and accordingly to how the world is structuring. Because what's happening today is not what's going to happen next year. And what's happening next year is not going to happen in 10 years' time. So life is different and life is moving, and those people who are around you may die today. So back yourself up and have a nice, beautiful plan and insurance money to go along with that, and make sure that you have some money saved so in case a raining day happens. You understand? I mean, make sure that no matter what, that you're going where the freedom is and where you're going where the business value is, because that way you're going to beat somebody. You need to understand that in order for you to get real estate, you need to give 25% of the down payment, which is 25% of the investment of the real estate. So it may be $1 million to give toward that real estate so you can gain it, although you're going to give $250,000. So you have to go and find the money. And the best way to find the money is drive information into the online world and start giving people more and more knowledge. You have to be in front of people's faces in a way that you're going to do it online. And online is now the only way to do it. You have to understand that the only way to do it now is to make sure that whatever you're doing is you're giving people more information products, and that way you're going to become a star. And now you have to be a star. So the best way you can do it is, let's make sure that you become vegan and also lose the weight, and make sure that you're becoming healthier, and also you're having a financial tracker all the time so you can go and label where your money is going, because that way your communication skills also have to improve. You have to understand that you have to be that type of individual who's always going to communicate in front of the camera, and you're going to give people so much content that they can never forget you. I realize that's what it takes. So it's either you're going to give people a lot of information to succeed, because that's what's going to get you the real estate and everything that you ever dreamt of, or you're going to go work for somebody else and you're going to be a loser. I realize I'd rather give you all the information in the world so that I succeed. I realize I succeed when I give you all the information I can. I go and find it, I'll give it to you. I'll go find it, I'll go give it to you. I'll give it to you for free, because I'm that kind of business. I go and be your slave in a way that I'm giving you information so that I can be less of a slave. You get it? Because I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave, although I'll go and find information. I'm a messenger. I get the information, I give it to you. I get the information, I give it to you. You get it? I give it to you for free. And that way I grow from that. Otherwise, I don't have to go interviewing other people and listen to them for 1 hour, because that's 1 hour where I can teach you something. I realize that when I'm reading something, I've got plenty of time to read. I realize that interviewing someone is like reading on YouTube from other people. I don't need to call experts in to be a talk show host, to host other people, to find out about their life. I can see their life already. I can see who they are. I can see how they live life. I can see everything. I don't need them to tell me in an interview how they live their life. I can see it already. In a sense, so what I do is I teach all of you. In every single video that I can, I give you as much knowledge as I can. And that's it. I promise you there's no guarantees. I promise you there's no guarantees about anything other than growth right now. So I'm growing in this video. I promise you that's the only guarantee you'll get from me. You understand? I promise you the only guarantee is when you're giving money or anything in life, you're growing. I realize now, the more money you give, I realize the more you grow. I realize the more mindset you give, the better you are. I need you to go with you in terms of be better than you are every single day. I need you to go and be your best version every single day and show up in front of the camera and go and give people your absolute best. And give people and be serious about it, because guess what? I'd rather do this than do the 9 to 5. I'd rather do this than the forklift driving and the waitering. I don't care about waitering. I don't care about serving people drinks. I'd rather serve them information and wisdom and something of kindness and something of mindset and spirituality where they can go and help themselves. You get it? I realize I'm more of that work. I don't care about staying and waiting for people to come into a restaurant. I realize that's not my type of work. You understand? So what do? I feed myself a lot of information about real estate, about everything. I'm so interested about all information and all type of imagery in the planet, because what's important is the new images that you place into your mind. And the more new imagery of information and everything in terms of new you have in your life, the newer you become and the better you become. So here's something for you in here's something for you in terms of this moment, so that you can understand that it's for something greater. I always do it for something greater. I do it for I in Jesus. Let's understand that Jesus is somebody who can help you so much. I need you to understand that whatever you're doing every single day, you're going to put Jesus into your life every single day, and you're going to go do Jesus work over money work. Because money is not going to get you Jesus. You understand? You go do Jesus work, and that way you have Jesus more in your life. And that's the only way to go. You have to understand that each and every single day, you're going to drive all your business revenue from what? You're going to do it with information and not from real estate. You're not going to do it from anything else. You're going to do it by kind acts of love. You're going to give people what they deserve. You're going to give them what they want, and you will get what you want. As Zig Ziglar says. I promise you, no matter what, you guys have a great day, and that's the only way to succeed. You make sure that everybody is always doing better.